1 year later, and I'm getting ready to fix our hatchboard. It's got this little tongue, which wasn't enough, so the kind of breadboard end broke off. This is going to be our new end, and I'll reinforce it by putting some stainless bar through there as well. In fact, I'll do that on all of them, even the ones that haven't gone yet. So I've removed all of the old breadboard end with a chisel first, and then I cleaned up the shoulders of the rebate with my little rebate plane until it was nice and square and straight. And then I cut a little groove in a piece of teak on the table saw, which fits on here. See? So I'll epoxy that on now, and then I'll shape the ends and sand the whole panel. That's why I've taken off the lock as well, which was in very good shape. I had to make this 2mm shorter because the panel used to be 2mm roughly thicker, but after all the sanding and varnishing over the years, it's shrunk, and I'm going to take it down to, I'm going to take this bit down to the thickness of the rest of the panel, so that's why a bit of this had to go. And then I'll bring in the other 2 washboards as well and sand and then varnish them all. And over here is our tiller, which has the little graving piece where I cut out the rot. So I'm going to shape that now and then put some varnish on. Well, I'll start with a mix of 50% varnish, 50% white spirits, and that'll soak in nicely. That's how I glued the end on. I didn't have a clamp long enough, so I just clamped the whole thing to a sheet of ply to keep it all straight, and then use wedges to clamp it onto the tongue. This is my little accelerated curing box for the small epoxy jobs. The air goes in there and heats up the joint. There it is, in all its completely different coloured glory. I'm still not sure this is even teak, the original bit, but the new bit is teak anyway, so we can start replacing bits in teak, and in 50 years time it'll all be teak. And neat job, I think. And I've just wiped that down with some white spirits, and now I'll start laying on the varnish. Here are the other 2 undamaged boards, which I've also stripped down very carefully, mind, because they're already quite thin and quite varying in thickness. I think people have gone at them with belt sanders and various things over the years, so they should look lovely once they've about 7 coats of traditional varnish on. That's it, first coat of 50/50 on. No more I can do today. The rudder has, getting ahead of myself. The tiller has the second coat on now. I thinned that about 20%. Looking alright.